Hey guys. Popping out my chat so I can talk to y'all. Hey Joseph, fat boy. Hi Autumn. Thank you, fat boy, honey. Excuse me. Black cat. A secret lover. That's what you are. We try so hard to hide the way we feel. Love you, girlfriend. Autumn, yay. Hey, Bobby, darling. Hi, aprons. I got you. And I did sing to you. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're all I need. Oh, yes, indeed. How's that, girlfriend? Ah, fat boy, I love you, baby. Hey, Leo. Hey, Jennifer, how are ya? Autumn, you know about where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? I know part of it. I'd have to pull up lyrics to sing it, but yeah. And we can do Tessie's favorite. Let's do Tessie's favorite in honor of Tessie. Okay? What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. What the world needs now, love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Amen. It's for you, Tessie. If you watch this back, that's for you. I love you, sis. I hope you know that. All we need is love. Love is all you need. All we need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love is all we need. It's a good song, too. Look at all the songs about love. You'd think that people would have had enough of silly love songs. I look around me and I see it isn't so. But what's wrong with that? I'd like to know. 'Cause here I go again. Sure, if it'll let me. Lately, I don't know if anybody else has been experiencing problems getting Hangouts to find people by their names. I haven't been able to do it. It won't do it. I'm going to post the link, you guys. Just make this quick, okay? Hey, David, darling. How are you, sweetheart? Anybody that's coming up, I'm only going to leave it up so long, so hop on it. I imagine Sam went to say hi to Grant. I bet if I go over there, that's where he's at, which is all good because I popped over and said hello. Joe, my goodness. Yeah, I went by real quick and said hello to him. I just sorry, I gotta go live, but I'll be back. Hey, Beanie. Hey, RS, how are you, darling? I'm glad you're here. Oh, there you go. Bobby, honey, that link's there if you want to come in.
Okay.
Hey, Joseph.
Hey, country girl.
All right, y'all. Anybody else want that link? You got about 30 seconds. I'm gonna pull it down. I'll put it back up again in a minute if somebody else misses it. $20. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's gone. Hey, fat boy, honey. Hey, Kevin.
Boy,
Yeah, I
my fat boy ass ain't never run so fast in all my life to get up there.
Still got my seat ready, right? Yep, I'll send it, Sam.
You can do it.
Hey, blind mama. Happy lady. Yes. I thought I saw Bobby come in and he like there. Hey, BC. Well, it's just like it's been minutes since I've seen all of you.
Time to shit. It's going to be time to shit stir the wife.
So what you been up to, Mr. Joseph? You been doing all right?
Yeah, I've been doing okay.
Good. There's Bobby.
I shared your stream on my Twitter as well, country girl. I hope you don't
Awesome.
mind.
Thank you. Hey, BC. I can cover one eye. Come on now, I can cover one of them. Look, I got it this way, BC. Look, I'm blind in this eye. I literally am legally blind in this eye. So it won't matter. I've only got half a look. Hey, Lee, darling, how are you? And Marty, welcome, Marty. Aw, that's awesome, Autumn. That is really sweet. I'm not having any problems. What kind of problems are you having, RS?
You guys, since I'm in the future, I can tell you now that I'm promoting for my local Tattersalls agency. It is $1.1 billion on Saturday night's draw. So maybe because I'm in the future, I can throw you guys a number and we can try and win it.
Awesome. Hey, Kevin, how are you, baby? Amber.
I love marshmallows. Awesome. Vitamix. What is a Vitamix? Is that a real high-speed blender that juices everything?
A Vitamix juicer, it's a juicer, yeah.
Okay, yep. I want to buy a food dehydrator. I want to dehydrate strawberries and snort them like cocaine off a mirror.
I do my dehydrating in the oven because I don't have a dehydrator. Hi, Amber, sweetheart. Mwah.
I believe that you can dehydrate any fruit and maybe add it to milk, and you have flavored milk. Would I be right in saying that?
You could. You'll have to wait for it to rehydrate, but as it rehydrates, yes, it will. You can also dehydrate it, put it into a spice grinder, turn it into a powder, and then
that's what I was.
Strawberry powder.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, imagine dehydrating a shitload of strawberries and grinding them to a powder and adding them to milk. I think that would be tasty.
Yep. Hey, sis, Tammy, honey. You know what's really good, just as a snack, is what's really good just as a snack is watermelon. Dehydrated watermelon is really, really good.
Yeah. I love butter, and I was just wondering if you could actually say dehydrate, say banana or strawberries or apples, and crush it into a powder and mix it in with butter and let it go hard again. Would you have a fruit spread then?
I don't know. You'd have to ask some of them out there. They do a lot more nuts than I do, but what do y'all think? Joseph, you got background going on in the background. Do you have a TV or something playing?
Who's that?
No.
I'm not sure. We're getting some kind of feedback.
I'll just mute myself just to see if it's me. Hang on.
RS. That kind of yeah, see, it's on your end, Joseph. Do you have YouTube muted? Did you go mute your YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, see, we're still getting feedback or something.
I got my my question answered by I wear aprons. Yes, I would have a fruit spread. Oh,
Sauce. Awesome sauce. That's an awesome blossom.
My mouth's having orgasms.
Papa, I'm going to put a chat because for some reason Hangouts will not let me find anybody who's driving me nuts. I'm going to put a link in here. I'm just going to give you a couple seconds to check on it, or a couple minutes, click on it, and then I'm going to pop it back out, okay? You can come up and say hi. I love me some Papa Texas. If y'all don't know Papa Texas, go check him out. His channel is freaking awesome.
Yeah, Papa Texas. Awesome live streams and videos. Good man. Very good man. Hey, so what's up with you, man?
I'm not sure where the background noise is. It's coming from your channel. I'm just going to mute you, but when you want to talk, just unmute it and you can talk, okay? Okay?
So, if I dehydrated a steak once it's cooked, ground it into powder, and technically added water to it, I should have steak soup, shouldn't I?
That's like bouillon cubes, right? Basically.
Basically, that's what I'm thinking.
I want to know what's really good. Like, and this goes really especially for my diabetics out there that can't have like full sugared ice cream. Get some bananas, put them in the freezer. You don't want them frozen solid. You just want them really firm, but not frozen solid, really good cold firm. Cut them up, put them in your blender with a splash of, just a little splash of milk and some chocolate syrup and ice, and blend it in your blender, and you will have like almost like a chocolate ice cream, but it's chocolate banana, and it's all
nice.
Banana with a little bit of chocolate. So if you use the Hershey's sugar-free chocolate syrup like I do, you can have it as a diabetic. And if you don't have that, you can use the real syrup, and it's even better.
Yeah, just the idea of throwing bananas in the freezer brought back one of my loves and passions, and that's I actually freeze the bananas fully frozen. Then I dip them in flour and breadcrumbs, and I deep fry them. And the process of deep frying them thaws the banana out. So when you serve it up with ice cream on top, it's just sensational.
Oh man, I never had it like that.
Oh no, we did that too, but we take the frozen banana and we dip it into chocolate and then let the chocolate set, and then we roll it in the flour and the batter or wherever you want to dust it in. And then you got like a real thin layer of chocolate on the banana too. Really good.
I'm still trying to get my wife to get used to the concept of cooking bacon in the microwave, because it's actually less mess than in a fry pan. I mean, that shit spits everywhere, you know what I mean? It just makes a mess. And I've actually tried, in the last couple of times I've had bacon to cook it in the microwave, and it's actually come out not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad if you do it well.
Yeah. I do mine in the oven.
Yeah, bake it. There you go, country girl. Bake that bacon.
I do mine in the oven all the time. You just get a sheet pan, like a cooking sheet pan, just lay them out. If you cover it with foil, then you don't even have to clean up because you just throw the foil away when you're done. But if you cover it with foil, you lay them out, you put it on about 350, take you about 8 to 10 minutes max.
Yeah.
And it comes out just as good and crispy as if you put it up on the stovetop.
That
bacon wrap.
That deep fried banana thing I was talking about. Probably the most enjoyable one I do is I cut pineapples into rings and deep freeze the pineapple, then flour and breadcrumbs, and then deep fry the pineapple. That's absolutely sensational as well.
Cool.
I like deep fried pickles myself.
Pickles?
Bob, Texas, were you able to click on that link and get in? The one I put above you?
So you guys have massive pickles over there, and I'm talking huge, really huge.
Pickles?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, pickles, man. Deep fried pickles too, fat boy, banger.
Amen.
Yeah. Yes, deep fried. You ever had a deep fried Snickers before?
Oh, say it again. I'm sorry.
Deep fried candy bar.
No, what was big here for a while was deep fried Mars bars.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Snickers too. Snickers.
Yeah.
Yep, I've had one of them. They're good, man. Deep fried Snickers are good. Doesn't sound right, but it's good.
Deep fried pickles are really good.
See, remember last night I showed you guys the air fryer. I don't think my little brother has this thing that it's a deep fryer, but it's an air fryer. It's oilless fryer. And all you do is plug it in, and you pull this tray out, and you put your food in there. I put chicken chunks. They're like nuggets, but the chunks like popcorn chicken in there, and tater tots on the other side. Pop it in here. You can set your temperature, and then turn the timer on. And let it go, and it comes out very close to being deep fried. It's not quite the same, but crispy. You just don't have all that grease and oil. It's like real healthy. Healthier.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Better on the grease and oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
A lot healthier.
I'll tell you what, one thing that I found handy, really, really handy in the kitchen was the mincer. My wife will buy chicken breasts and I mince it, and then you've actually got minced chicken then, and then you can go to town on what you add to it. I usually put a couple of egg yolks in, some parsley, and make these huge burgers out of it, and they are so sensational. They taste nothing like you buy from the butcher or the meat place or whatever. It's just freshly done, and I think that you could actually make a good living out of selling these, but the problem is the chicken breasts are actually quite expensive here.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because in the U.S., I'm pretty sure everybody in the U.S. experiences beef, cow, ground beef or whatever, any beef is super expensive now, and chicken is like real cheap here. So it's kind of, I guess, the opposite. So we've been doing like a lot of chicken, a lot of ground turkey, and beef is not as much. You know what I mean? I know people even switching to buffalo full time because beef is too much, or bison, I guess it will be.
Yeah, yeah. So we're lazy asses down here, and that's why I like watching all you guys in the States, because you guys have different ways of doing things now. By watching a lot of you guys, I've watched a couple of channels where they smoke things, and smoked turkey is absolutely sensational.
Papa Texas can tell you all about smoking, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I imagine
I've watched
probably could too. She's pretty good too.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Papa Texas's cooking, a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, country girl, you like a lot of like sweets and things, you know, like desserts.
I'm not supposed to have them,
Remember
but
to tell you I was going, well, you remember I told you I was going to do a video on one called the Butterfinger Blast.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to be able to do it, so I'm just going to tell y'all how to do it. And trust me, do it just like I tell you. It's really good.
Okay.
You take a 9 by 12 pan, put sponge cake in the bottom of the pan, and then you take Cool Whip and lay it over top of that. And then you take Butterfinger and crush it over top of that, and layer it just like that to the top. And once you get to the top, slice you some bananas on top of it, and then squirt you some of that squirt chocolate that hardens when it gets cold, and put it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours.
Oh, Autumn, sorry. I'm listening to your recipe. It sounds really nice, but I just looked in the chat, and I've spoken about this with Country Girl before. I'm not going to interrupt you anymore, but I'll speak about it after what Autumn said. Just it's an orgasm to my mouth.
You fried turkey legs?
No,
No.
I couldn't. I actually could not serve any of the chips or the fries that we make here to any member of the Muslim community, for the fact that when I deep fry fries, I use pork lard, and they are so sensational.
They are so good. You're right.
Well, have you guys? This is something I've always wanted to try, but I haven't had it yet. Anybody tried poutine? I think it's called the Canadian fries with duck lard and cheese things and
We
gravy.
sure got a different meaning for that word down here.
Yeah, poutine, man, it's good. It's good.
Poutine, yeah. I want to try it so bad. It looks so good.
It's taters, gravy, and cheese curds.
Yeah, and it's fried in duck lard. It's
BC.
The taters are cooked in duck lard.
No, well, the way I learned it from a friend of mine on YouTube. The way he done it, you cook the potatoes, you make you some gravy, and then you put the gravy in the potatoes. Put the gravy over your potatoes, and then you take the cheese curd while it's hot and let the cheese curd melt over top of that.
Yeah. I've seen different versions of it too, but the one place, the big restaurants up in Canada, I know they use duck lard. I've seen on that. I forget the guy's name now. It's a crazy tattoo dude that does cooking shows on one of the channels. Blake channel. A big dude that tattoos everywhere, does cooking shows.
Awesome. Backroads. Hey, Backroads. Hey, David. Welcome, guys. Mel.
That boy, you got to do that. Benny, you got a lot of noise, brother.
Hang on, I'll mute myself.
Oh, now that was loud.
Yeah, that hurt. I'm sorry.
Scared me. It's all right.
Fat boy, that recipe sounds banger, dude. You got to do a video on that.
Oh, on the Butterfinger Blast?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I get settled, I'll do a video on it. But, man, I'll tell you what, it's so good. It's so easy and good that it's addictive.
Yeah, I bet. I love Butterfingers, too, man. Shit.
Wait a minute. What are disco fries?
Yeah, I was going to ask her. I'm not sure I know the term.
Disco fries.
Okay, Vinny. No offense. It was just like super loud. Didn't it sound like a tea kettle or boiling water? Yeah.
Yeah, coffee's done.
Making me hungry though. I'm about to make a sandwich.
Sammy? Can I have a Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy sandwich. I got some honey ham in there. I made one last night. Pickles. Oh shit.
Everybody say hi to Mel Mel. He gave a shout out to everybody. Everybody say hi to Mel Mel.
Oh, hey, Melmo, I didn't see it. What's up, brother?
Mel Mel's the
Hey,
bomb.
man. Hey, Sam.
Yes, sir.
My boy went up to the front desk here a minute ago because, like I said, we can't go across the street to the store. He went up front because they got a snack bar up there. Small bag of grab bag potato chips. They want $3 for a bag of chips.
Oh my god. Where are you at? What place is it?
It's it's called the Grand Motel Inn in North Trough.
For $3 for a small bag of chips when they should be 50 cents, right?
Yeah. Well, even for a motel, maybe $1.
Yeah, aprons. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's the same thing basically as poutine, but they use cheese curds instead. I think she's talking about tomato sauce. We call them pizza fries, disco fries. Yeah, I had that many times. Banger, love it. Oh yeah, real good. We call them pizza fries.
Smothered fries down here, and I absolutely love them. There's a place right up the road from the office, and you got 4 different kinds of fries you can choose from: seasoned curly fries, Cajun fries, regular fries, or something else. One more, I don't remember what the other one is. But then imagine nachos, but instead of using chips, you're using fries.
I'm sorry.
Country girl. That's right. Country girl Mel Mel wants to come on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's got the sour cream, the melted cheese, chives, bacon, and I get mine personally with brisket, but you can also get it with sausage or ground beef, jalapenos, anything you want that you can imagine putting on nachos. You put them over these homemade fries. Oh my freaking Lord. They're so good, you guys.
Oh yeah. Hey, CG, I gotta interrupt. I'm gonna jump off the panel. I'll be in the chat, but I gotta plug my laptop in and take the dog out and use the restroom and make a sandwich. So I got some shit to do real quick. But I might jump back on. If not, I'll be in the chat for sure. But I gotta hop off for a minute. So
Hey, Minute Man, welcome.
all right.
Yeah. Mel, there's your link. You only got a couple seconds to grab it, baby.
I'll be back.
I'll pull it back out. All right, Sam.
All right, bye.
Yeah. What's up with you tonight, Minute Man?
What's going on, people?
How are ya?
I'm good. I'm actually outside just waiting for the bus.
Well, there you go. Well, welcome.
Hopefully it's not too much noise. Is it too much wind out here?
No, I actually hear more noise on this down.
Nah, I just said I wanted to come through because I know you do your live circus, so I just wanted to get a chance to come through and actually formally meet the people and whatnot.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you.
Well, I'm glad to be here, though. I mean, there's a bunch of cool people in the chat room and whatnot. Shout outs to you all.
You too. Sorry,
So
Minute
forgive
Man.
me.
It's okay, baby. You don't have to feel bad.
Forgive me. There's a lag in my service or whatever. So, like I said, I'm going in and out, but I'm still here.
You're fine. You're doing just fine, hon. And Minute Man,
All right.
if you turn it back on, you can talk to me. I'm here. Just saying.
That's funny.
But
So what are we talking about tonight?
Food.
Well, tonight we're having fun. So we've been.
I heard a lot about food.
We have been talking about food for sure.
That's all we do.
I came on because I was starting to get hungry.
So I'm not anywhere near hungry myself. But
You made Mel Mel so hungry he's going to catch a bus to get some food.
Oh, wait, everybody's leaving now?
you're sounding like a robot machine there, Vinny. I don't know what's going on with your mic, but it's crazy.
No, man, we're not leaving.
But we're not.
Oh, okay.
Nothing's going on with mine.
Hey, CG, I wanted to ask you when you making your next cooking video?
I will be doing one this weekend. I have one that's almost ready to publish. I just haven't had time to finish it. So it'll come out probably Friday night, Saturday morning. I'll get it put out.
How long
And
does your editing process usually take?
normally it doesn't take me too long because on my cooking videos especially, I don't do a whole lot of editing. I just kind of let them play, mistakes and
Okay.
all, you know. So it
That's
doesn't
always the best.
take too long. Well, I think because if I'm cooking, if I make a mistake, I can tell you how to fix a mistake. And I
That's
really
true
want to
too.
show people that everybody makes mistakes occasionally in the kitchen and messes something up or something doesn't go the way you wanted it to go. So, you know, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that your meal is ruined. You just got to figure out something different to do. So,
I
and you
respect that.
that way.
And it's also entertaining too, you know.
It is. I've had lots of laughs, believe me. I've burned myself. I've dropped stuff. Oh my gosh, it's been fun. But so it's not too bad on my cooking videos. I don't spend a whole lot of time on them. I just kind of make sure everything's turned the right way and that you can hear everything. And sometimes I go in and push the sound a little bit. That's most of it.
What's your favorite thing to make?
My favorite thing to cook, probably a cross between mac and cheese and pork loins.
Okay. What's that noise in the background?
That's me. Hang on, I'm going to mute myself. I just wanted to add a comment to what Country Girl said. It's really good when you're cooking and you've got a pet, because if someone walks in and says, "Oh, what happened to that?" So I'm just making the pet some food.
Okay, because you always got a lot going on, Vinny. You take us on adventures and stuff like that. I think we were on Boss Man's live stream, and you were taking us on a drive through Australia. That was kind of fun. Yeah, definitely. You know, I tell anybody out there, check out Vinny G, man. Go check out his channel. Awesome channel to check out.
Yeah, I finished off with a video yesterday of feeding the cows. Got to get a bull in now to service the ladies and get some calves for next spring.
I got to check out that video though. I seen the notification, something about feeding the cows or something like that. I got to definitely go to your channel and check it out and see what's going on.
Feeding the cows, yeah.
The only reason
See you later, babe.
the only reason I'm calling them cows is because I'm trying to be nice, but they're actually my hamburgers.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Like I said, but yo, folks, I'm about to get ready to go because I got to get on this bus. I just wanted to come in for a few minutes and just say hello to you. Thank you again, Country Girl, for letting me in. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody on the panel. I'll holler at you. I'll be around.
All right, we'll be here. Thanks for stopping in.
All right, no problem.
Thanks for the shout out.
My blind mama's messy kitchen. I was actually raised on having mayonnaise with chips. Now, my mum makes the mayonnaise. It's homemade mayonnaise. I have tried to replicate it, and all I can say is my mum must have some damn strong wrists, because the amount of mixing it takes to make some mayonnaise by hand is absolutely unbelievable. Credit to the women.
Well, I can say I don't do none of that by hand. It's done in a mixer. Because, I cheat.
I ran out of barbecue sauce one time. I made something homemade. With a little bit of chili powder, some mustard, grape jelly. Boiled it on the stove. It turned out pretty good.
Awesome.
Speaking of jelly,
go ahead.
Speaking of jelly, we have, I think you guys might call it Jello. It's flavored, fruit flavored. It might be pineapple, raspberry, strawberry. We call it jelly here. I actually wanted to make some lollies. So what I did, instead of say using one sachet of jelly for a litre of water, I used one sachet of jelly for 200 mils of water and poured it into these little molds, and it was exactly like gummy bears. It was beautiful.
All right, then. What's up, Brian? Oh, my goodness.
We got 31
Right,
people.
Susan? It's a blender or mixer or something.
An Emerson blender for making mayo. What I have, Susan, is one of those stick mixers that they got that long shaft. That's what I use now.
Got an immersion blender.
Yeah, because I really cannot stand there in a bowl and beat for 30 minutes, adding a drop of oil every 2 minutes, and it's an incredible process to infuse oil and egg to make mayonnaise.
Hey, what? Going back to the basics is crazy when you think about it. But there's a lot of people in this country that still do, that still know how to do that. And there come a time. I mean, those skills are going to come in handy for a lot of people.
Can I just ask a question for you guys in America? Because I'm just seeing a lot of it on YouTube, and I don't want to get any political stuff happening here. It's the wife speaking in the background, trying to muster up all the girls to go shopping, but one dresses faster than the other and one does her hair faster than the other, so we've got a bit of a problem here. But anyway, back to the question. Antifa has announced that on November the 4th, they are going to cause mayhem. Now, it looks like it's going to get serious, but is it that serious?
Two-fam?
And Antifa.
Oh, I don't know, but I try not to talk about Antifa and all that shit over here. I do occasionally.
No, it's just because
after the day I've had, it's probably not a good topic for me because
no, it's just I just don't.
So, but
I don't want that topic.
Everywhere, so it wouldn't surprise me.
I don't want that. I don't want that topic raised.
It is that serious. I will tell you that much. Yeah, Minute Man's just popped into. I was wondering if he's going to. I mean, he was. Yeah. He got his home attacked like 3 nights in a row, wasn't it, Minute Man? Something like that. I mean, it was that he lives in close to Durham, where they had the last real big one. And I mean, it was to the point that he was guarding his home with weapons to keep them from attacking his home as they were doing to his neighbors. It's very serious.
Yeah.
Nothing they do is going to surprise me anymore. It just doesn't. And I wish I could put my head in the ground and just not think about it, but that's not realistic and it's not smart. So I don't. I do pay attention to what's going on around me, and I pray for the best. But I fear for this country if people don't figure it out quick. Yes, you did. Hey, Mr. Mach 1, what's up, bud? Oh, Brian. Good Lord, Benny, it is loud at your house, dude. I would go crazy with all that noise. It would drive me crazy. So, I get it, Benny.
Is Sam down there in chat, girl?
Yeah, he's bouncing in and out, but he should be able to hear you.
If tell him I said look up high enough, I'm dropping him some birds.
Okay, then. Brian, it's just been, all I'll tell you, all I'm going to say, and that's all I'm going to say on the subject, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Sending threats to me, threatening to kick my ass, threatening to beat my ass, threatening to kill me. You can threaten me all you want. I don't care. I don't run scared from anybody. If you don't like the truth, it's fuck you. I'm sorry. Excuse my French. The truth is the truth. And if you can't handle it, that's your problem, not mine. But to threaten Tessie and to bully Tessie is wrong. I don't care who it is or under any circumstance, it's wrong. So, people want to bring the shit to me, bring it. I'm not scared of nobody. But don't threaten Tessie. It's bullshit, and bullying is wrong. That's why today was a fucked up day, Brian. And now I'm smiling, enjoying, and having a good time. So that's all I'm saying on the matter.
Well, how would they get to you anyway?
What, baby?
How would they get to you anyway? They got a lot of shit for people to go through.
Bring it. I'm not scared of nobody. One of two things is going to happen. You're dying or I am, and I don't give a shit what. Either way, I'm settled. I mean, it's a reality. Bring it. You threaten me all you want.
Get them. Get them.
Okay, B-Lady, we'll go check it out. Thanks, Brian. Like I said, they can send me all the death threats, all the beating threats, all of everything they want. They can bring it. One of us is dying. And either way, my problem is solved. So I'm not going to cry over it. I mean, I cried for Tessie. That's what the cheers were for. Tessie, not me. But I'm not going to whine. I'm not going to cry. And I'm damn sure not going to run. You don't like the truth? Tough. The truth is you're an asshole. The truth is you used a naive woman. You used her situation to propagate your own bullshit at propaganda. And if you can't deal with that, that's your problem. I don't fucking care. You bring it. I don't care. Thanks, Minuteman. That means a lot. Thanks. And I appreciate support from everybody. I do. You got it, Minuteman. Like I said, one of us is going to die. And either way, my problem is solved. So fuck it. I'm not running scared from anybody. Right, Susan? I'm sure if I know Minuteman like I think I do, he's got more than one, too. He's covered. Hey, June. How are you, hon? I didn't even save them, B-Lady. They're not worth my time or my energy. They're not worth them. Oh, yeah, that's a point, too, Minuteman. Honestly, I didn't even save them. I deleted them. They're not worth my time. They're not worth my energy. Words are just words. Hey, pickers. You got it. Like I said, I really don't care. Y'all know me enough to know that I call it like I see it, and I don't care who likes it, who doesn't. But I'm not scared either. People can do what they want to do to me. I don't care. Joe. Honestly, Joe, thank you, but I don't need them to beat anybody up for me. Trust me. I can hold my own. You can bite kneecaps. Okay, June. I'll keep that in mind. I can hold my own, and I've got friends I can call if I really need the help. Trust me. And I have family. So, but honestly, I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all talk. I don't think any of them have got the balls to actually walk up to my door and say that to my face. I don't think any of them do. Seriously, the lady, I don't care. Honey, I don't care. They can just get deleted. They're not worth my time. And not one of them, I guarantee you, not one person who sent that nasty crap has the balls to walk up to my door and say it to my face. So fuck them. Something like that, Autumn, yeah. Back roads, you're awesome. I'll come get you any day, hon.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Oops. The red button. Hi, Papa Texas. Love you, honey. Hey, Kathy. What's up? Welcome.
Is it Joe?
Honestly, Bailey, I'm not joking when I tell you either I die or they die. And either way, my problem is solved. I'm not stressing that, and I refuse to live my life in fear over a bunch of bullies. It's not happening, hon. I thank you for caring. Thank you for worrying about me. I don't live my life that way. I just don't. I refuse to take care of anybody. I refuse.
Buy toilet paper, got your girl, pass it out to them, because there's going to be some shit to clean up.
Right? Thanks, June. I'm sorry Tessie has to deal with it. That's what pissed me off above anything else. You can come at me all you want. I don't care. I called it like I say it. He's a freaking prick. I call it, and I don't care. He can come say it to my face instead of behind my back. All the crap he's been saying. I don't care. But Tessie was innocent in all of this. And it's bullshit that she's being bullied. That people are sending her threats and shit because she had a conversation with somebody she trusted who betrayed that confidence, and they're taking it out on her instead of directing it where it goes, and that's bullshit. Hey, Mr. Mott. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't get to talk to you much when you came in. You doing all right today? But anyway, that's enough drama. Let's talk about something happy. Is there something happy out there? Crazy, kooky, nutsy?
How's my sound now?
A little better. It's loud, but it's better. At least you don't have all the background noise. Yeah.
Do you want me to explain to you what it's like living with 4 women? So here's a quick take on it, right? Bitch, where's my shampoo? I don't bloody know. You go get it yourself. It's in your room. That's where I put it last night. Get out of the shower. I want my turn. Oh, God. Why doesn't Dad get a period, Mum?
Well,
That's that's crazy
as a
here.
woman who grew up with nothing but boys, we could go the opposite. Minuteman. I'm gonna do this briefly because I really don't want to go into the drama online. And if you want more information afterward, just let me know and I'll call you, or we can Skype or whatever. Okay. But briefly, what happened is she got a visitor from somebody that went to visit her, and he felt like he was made to be obligated to bring her some canning lids. And he shared that with her, that he, felt it was kind of obligated, but it's just, I don't know. I just don't want to go into it here. Can we just talk about it offline? Is that okay? All right. I just saw your message. Okay. We get done here and I'll get with you, okay?
The reason I was solely asking about stuff going over there is because of my genuine concerns for like a lot of my friends here on YouTube, which are from America. Now, I'd love nothing more than to bring you all over here and we can have a barbecue and everyone's nice and safe and happy and we could do some real shit, real good shit. And but yeah, it is what it is in the world, but we got to laugh at it, take it in our stride and keep on marching.
Yeah.
I was just looking at a bill sitting on the bench there and not the bill itself is not what worries me. It's how in Australia at the moment they're trying to get you to go from snail mail to email. And I'm thinking, I don't want to get any of my bills through email because the amount of porn site and dating site and all this crap I get in if I don't check my email daily, there's like 749 emails in spam. How am I going to pay a bill if it comes through the email? It's crazy. And then here with 4 women, the biggest problem I have, I'm the sucker at the end of the night that has a cold shower every night. I don't know what it is they do. I have the biggest hot water service available I can have here, and they have to wash their hair in the sink, then they have to jump in the shower, and I love the women. I really love women, nothing against it, but when I'm outnumbered so heavily, yeah, it's amazing I'm not an alcoholic. I can hear them screaming outside and they're in the garage about who's driving the car. They're going through their learner stages at the moment. Here in Australia, at 16 years of age, you can get a permit and you can drive the car on the road, supervised with an adult over the age of 21, and they're punching on outside now over who's driving to the shops. I wish we had horses and carts. Then we'd see who'd want to pull that.
Right?
So how's everyone in the chat doing? My name is Vince and I'm from Australia, down under, where the kangaroos and crap jump all around the place, and we eat stuff. We have dangerous animals. And I noticed in, what's his name? Sam's stream, the one previous to this, is it Sam Wise, his name? There was a snake lady in there. So what I've done now is I've set up a couple of traps in the paddock where I'm going to try and catch a tiger snake, and they are highly venomous, and I want to hold him up and show you guys while I do the live stream. But then the worst part about catching one of those things is you've got to be make sure you can throw it far enough, because they do start chasing.
Yeah.
Douglas, my man, how are you? Good to see you here. Love Douglas Fairchild.
Yeah. Hey,
And-
Doug, how are you, baby?
Country girl, can I just say something? Well, I can say something, but I'm just going to sort of go off topic here a bit. Do you find these days that you have, like when you do a live stream, people say, oh, no, people looking for you to take sides? Do you find that?
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time. I don't. I
Oh,
tell the
yeah.
truth just like it is.
Yeah,
I don't pick right or wrong. I don't pick sides. I don't do it. I think the whole bullshit between these two, it should have been done privately, and it was not, but I don't care. You know, I'm not picking a side, and I'm not worrying about it. Right is right, wrong is wrong. But people want to, and that's the problem. And there's a whole bunch of people that are following along like freaking, excuse my French here, guys, are following along like fucking sheep.
Yep.
And they're being led to the slaughter. And it's a division all the way around, and it's bullshit. It's just childish, elementary bullshit. And I don't have time for it. I'm not having it in my life. I really don't care. If you want to come at me, bring it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and get out of my life. Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
You don't have to like
I'm just
me.
happy.
Just shut the hell up. Leave mind your own business.
I'm just happy to have this technology available to me where I can actually interact with people from all over the world. And that to me is just awesome. And why do people want to turn awesome into shit? I don't know. But, you know, I grasp it for what it is. And you know, the amount of people that I have met on this that I would never come across in real life has been absolutely awesome. And for people to jump on this like we are now on camera, and to talk about their life and all that is just awesome. And I don't want anyone to appreciate my life, but the appreciation of the technology, I think, has gone really wayward, you know, because I'm so immensely happy to
they turn it into shit because some think that shit don't stink.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at us. I'm in Australia now, and if you have a look at my camera, I'll do my camera. I'm way in the future to you guys, and you're talking to someone in the future. I'm talking to someone in the past, technically, but it's not how it works. We're geographically miles and miles apart, probably 26,000 kilometres is what I've worked it out to. And, you know, it's just so awesome to have this kind of platform to meet, engage and laugh. Like in the previous stream before to this one, the way I looked at it is, okay, you guys are having a drink. It's only just turned at lunchtime here, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so I'll pour myself a glass of wine and enjoy it with you guys. You know what I mean?
Hey, Joanne. Welcome, baby. How are you? Yeah, I just saw Dark went live, guys. That's fine. But I mean, if you guys want to go hang out with Dark, you want to go say hi to him, I don't have a problem. It's not going to offend me at all.
Country girl, let's get a bit on the human side of things. Is there any sights for a new man in your life?
In my life?
In your life?
No.
Okay.
My life is full. Let's just say that. My life is full.
Okay. Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm still trying to work out your sense of humor, because I would have just said normally sometimes plastic's better than a human. Sorry.
It's all good. You have a shower nozzle when it gets to that, okay?
Oh God, I've taken this south.
That's how I get strange. I sit on my hand until it goes numb, because it feels different.
Yeah, I you know, I woke up this morning and I sort of looked at the stream, and I don't like seeing people like Country Girl or anyone for that matter of fact, crying. I hate seeing people crying. It really dishevels me. Do you know what I mean? June Gall thought it was rubber. Oh, well, rubber, plastic, it don't matter. 4 double D batteries. We have inverter power these days, though. Sorry. When I come back in my next lifetime, I subscribe to all these ladies who do makeup, clothes reviews, shoe reviews and all that. I'm coming back as a lady because I got ripped off in this lifetime. Look, I mean, look what I wear every day, a T-shirt and a pair of shorts. You know, what kind of fashion apparel is that? You know, you women have so much of a wide variety of choices. It's unbelievable. Is this turning into a sexy party? Things on the internet make me laugh, and I look at new technology all the time. I'm sort of technologically aspired, you might say. And there's a company in China that's made these, what would you say? Because of the way the world is these days, you know, there's a lot of people, same-sex marriage and all that, but they still want to have a child and they want to bring that child up. That's fine. That's all good. So for the men, they have this pillar that stands about waist height, and it was designed and made in China. It's called a sperm extractor. And you see these guys, they just walk up to this pole and just sit there, and I'm just thinking, yeah, that this is just... It just looks really, really funny. It's like humans have become cattle, you know what I mean? The way that they portray this technology. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is really weird with all this new technology we got coming out. June Gall, try being under 5 foot. The only thing is kids' clothes too, and shorten the crutch. You're under 5 foot. 5 foot. Stay there. I'll show you my wife's remedy to being 5 foot. I'll be right back.
Be right back. I'll be right there, guys. Sorry, I was just answering somebody that sent me a message. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's up here. Fat boy, say hi, baby.
Okay, I'm back. And I've grabbed 3 pairs that are just sitting down there on the ground so that she walks around in these all day. 1, 2. This is like her gym shoes to her. You know what I mean? That's what she walks around in all days. And this is probably one of the smaller heels, but she religiously walks around in stuff this high. And I don't know how she does it, but she does it really, really elegantly, and she never rolls her ankles. If I was on these things, I would go ask it.
1 second. 1 second. It's my favorite Pee-Pee. He's here. I'm so sorry, baby. I was answering a message somebody sent me that was kind of important. And I'm sorry I missed you coming in. Hi, darling. How are you?
Or you could get some stilts. I better put her shoes back because she'll notice they've been moved, and then I'll get accused of trying to cross-dress and wear her shoes.
Hey, Kelly. What's up, baby? Austin, you doing all right? I missed you too. Where the hell you been?
They're gone. I can bitch about them. The other worst thing about living with 4 women, it used to be 5 women because one of my oldest daughter, one of my oldest daughter is married, but the other 3 girls are still here, is they all like the same clothing. Now, I like doing the washing. I know it sounds weird, but I load the washing machine up and I'll hang the washing out when I'm on my way out or something like that. but I don't have names on tags or anything. The punch-ons that go on in this house over a T-shirt is unbelievable.
Well, I'm glad to see you, Mark. I missed you, baby. I've been wondering about you. Well, I'm a woman, so you can't tell me. I kind of already know how that goes. That's why I don't hang out with too many women. Majority, with the exception of on here, the majority of my friends are men.
Yeah, so actually, it's funny you say that, because all through my life, the majority of my friends have been women. All through my life.
Kelly? I'm listening, hon. Kelly, what's wrong with the dog, baby? Yeah, that was sad, Mark, wasn't it?
Stop dragging my heart around. It was sad indeed. You know, you look at someone like the guy who just died there, Tom Petty, and you sort of, yeah, and you just sort of think, yeah, that was sort of like, you know, you can take that one a little bit better than, say, Prince.
Well, I didn't
know, Prince died.
Either, so.
No, but I'm not saying, no, neither did I, trust me, but what I'm saying is the age. That guy just never seemed to age, you know what I mean? And when they showed photos of him at his, I go, wow, he was really young. But obviously having money can make you look younger for a long time, I guess.
Are we still dealing with the ear, Kelly? Is that what we're talking about?
My dog had a bad ear infection, and the poor thing, you know, I kept going to the vet, and the vet was $90 a shot, and they said it had Cindy was her name. She was a little Chihuahua cross terrier, and had her since a puppy, 6 weeks old, and she was 11 years old. And all this vet kept giving me with these ear drops for what was said to be a yeast infection. And every time I went there, I kept having hope, okay, this will work, this will work, this will, but yeah, it just never seemed to go away.
Manny, will you pop something in the chat, please, so people can sub to you that would like to?
The dog was still cheaper at the vet than the cat, though. Do you have any pets, country girl?
I do not, because they want too damn much money here for them. And in a way, I kind of understand it. It's $150. It's a refundable deposit, but there's a $250 non-refundable. And I know the reason for that is, if you look behind me, you see those floors? If you have a dog or a cat with really sharp nails and those floors get scratched up, they've got to be redone before they can relet this apartment. So yeah, I know that's what the deposit's for, but I'm not spending that kind of money. If not, I'll wait till I have my own place.
Yeah. Can I just ask personal financial questions, not for any reason, just a price comparison to here in Australia? That place you're living in now, that looks quite nice. What would you be paying a month for that?
This one is $7.97 a month plus water bill, which runs around $50 a month. When that includes your water, trash, sewer, all that, gas, it's all included in that. Yeah. So it's about, all total just for the apartment itself, it's about $856, $857.
Okay. So how many bedrooms do you have?
One. It's a whole whopping 8 square feet.
Well, here in Australia, for what you just described to me, you would be paying at least $1,500 to $1,600 a month. It's just bullshit. Yeah, it's crazy. So I hope that makes you feel better on what you're paying.
Yeah, that's like nuts. For that kind of money here, I could go back to my other apartment and go into about 1,500 square foot 2-bedroom apartment with a den in a luxury
Yeah.
complex for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can imagine. I've got a friend of mine. I did a. Sorry, I just picked him up from. I just picked him up from the airport on Tuesday. Did a quick vlog about going to the airport and all that sort of crap, and he just came back from a place in Europe called Armenia, which is Armenia. Eastern European type place. I guess it's near Georgia in Europe. And he was saying that they live on, what was it, $160 a month.
Wow.
That's so cheap, but it's like going into a third world country.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
Mm. I have been using antibiotics and steroids and draining her hematoma ear flap and washing her eye out with diluted colloidal silver. Sounds like Kelly has a bit of a problem with her dog.
I tell you, Kelly, I'm probably a little biased because he's my friend, but Minuteman's extremely smart. And if he's giving you advice, listen. He's extremely smart. He takes care of lots of people, lots of pets, and lots of plants, and he really knows his shit. So if you're struggling and he's got an idea and everything else is not working, honestly, just give him a shot, babe, because he's really smart.
At Minuteman, you put a thing in the chat there, $1.29 to $1. Yeah, we look at it at a different aspect. $1 is 70 something cents. That's how we look at it. There was a stage quite a few years ago where the Australian dollar was higher than the American dollar, and it was really good for us because we had power in our currency. But at 70 cents, we got nothing.
Brian, I'm in an apartment, baby.
Also, Minuteman, in regards to like pet treatment and that, I'll just talk quickly about this one. I have a rat problem. I live rural type property where I've got cows and shit like that. And so there's always something for vermin to eat. So I bought a bucket of rat sack, 800 grams to be exact. And it must taste really awesome because the dogs actually found the bucket, chewed through the lid, and ate it. I was left in a position where it was a 4-day death or find a cure. And I couldn't believe that I went to the chemist, bought a container of hydrogen peroxide. I had to sit on top of the dog, basically, and pry the jaws open because these dogs have locked jaws, and squirt a huge syringe of this stuff down their guts. And within 15 minutes, they vomited the rat sack. Then I went to the vet with the dogs, and all they gave the dogs to neutralize the rat sack was vitamin K. I could not believe it. And now the dogs are still digging holes. The little shits.
Season.
Just refreshing my page. Okay. Well, we still got 28 watching, country girl. You must be famous. You must be YouTube famous.
Yeah, whatever.
You are. Come on. You are.
No, I'm just me.
Yeah, well, being just you, they don't come here for me.
I'm just me.
The bee lady. I love the bee lady. I love their property. Real country America, I believe that is. It's just awesome. The pair there are just awesome. Why do dogs dig all these holes? I don't know. I've went the bee lady. The dogs dig the holes for no reason at all. I think it's just out of boredom because they get to a certain depth once they've dug the hole. I think it might be something to do with their claws because I don't take the dogs to the vet to get their claws trimmed, so they might be looking at a way to maybe work their claws down. But I have found that they always dig in the one spot. So one day out of curiosity, I thought I'll help the dog get a shovel and see what's down there. And there's nothing. I can't find nothing. And I got down about a foot. They're
Me
crazy.
too, Mom. Sweet. Have a good night, babe. Thanks, Hayden. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so forgive me if I'm not, but
Haitian. Haitian. Would that person be from, I don't know how to say this word. I know how to say Tahiti, but Haiti? Would that be right?
thanks, Brian.
I have a purebred cattle dog, and to disguise its scent from any vermin, and this is what we just say, it's hereditary in the breed. So this dog looks for actual poo to rub itself in. It will lay in poo so it can disguise its smell so it can attack the vermin in the paddocks.
Well, I'm glad I could say it right for you, hon. That's awesome, man. I'm listening to you. I'm just trying to do both. Well, I don't know if it's how it came about, Hayden, but what kept going through my brain was protecting other people. It's like, don't be hating. I'm here to fix it. And that's what came in my brain. That's why I pronounced it that way, honestly. But I'm glad if it's right. I'm glad.
Yeah, at the bee lady, I understand what your comment is. Your comment, the kids are gone and there's a lot to take care of. Yeah, we're not spring chickens anymore. And, you know, I look at the lawn area, I got to mow and things like that these days. And I think to myself, I'd love to live in a city apartment where there's no grass and no stuff like that, and maybe experience that kind of lifestyle. But then where I am, I can grab a shotgun, load it. I've got a clay thrower. We shoot clays for fun. You know, we'll have a few beers out there and launch clays in the air and shoot them for fun. I wouldn't be able to do that in the city. The kids would never have known how to ride motorbikes, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's yeah, I have weighted up though, because when you have a bit of property and you have to take care of it as you get older, yeah, it's sort of crazy. For example, I watched Doug and Stacey on their channel. I can't remember what they call their channel anyway, but yeah, they're getting older, and you know it's going to be a bit hectic to look after property. You know, and that's my fear as well. My father-in-law, he's just gone through a bit of a health stint, and he has a bit of property. So I find myself dragging the ride-on mower to his place now to cut his grass because he's 80 years old. But the thing is, he will not sell his property. He has a fig tree that he planted there when his dad came over to see him from Italy. He has a garage that his brother hand built him with. He's a bricklayer, you know, when he came over from Italy, and there's a lot of sentimental value on the land, you know, and he just, as much as it's become unmanageable for him, it's up to us kids and all that to now step up. But us kids, you look at me, I'm 52 years old, it becomes a bit of a burden sometimes. I fully agree.
Hey, Missy. What you want to talk about, girlfriend? You give me a topic. Yeah, it is. She's an awesome dog.
November the 5th, we're going to have a drink together online. That's what we're going to do. How's that, Susan? You know,
what the hell are you talking about, Missy? It's Sam's fault. I'm blaming him because he left us. He's over there hanging with them other people, you know. That's why he asked me if I wanted to start my stream because we could go over there. I'm not stupid. But it's all good.
You know, the biggest fear that I found that they injected into us as kids, you might have found this as well, country girl, was all these prophecies from Nostradamus and Nibiru. So you're like a 14-year-old kid, oh, the world's ending tomorrow and all this sort of crap, and you wake up the next day and it's still there. Life goes on. You know, so you just become accustomed to, yeah, another one of those things.
What are we talking about, Brian, that I wouldn't like? Oh, yeah, you and man, y'all go. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hey, Rick, how are you? Okay, so like, I really need to go outside and have a cigarette, so somebody needs to come up here and keep Vinny company.
No, that's right. You go. Just let me go, and I'll go and grab my recipe. I'm cooking for dinner tonight, and I'll tell you what I'm having for dinner. Okay, so on tonight's menu, we got apparently, what's it called? Chicken drumsticks with rice and bok choy. Whatever the hell that is. But my wife's just gone to buy all the ingredients and I'll be doing the cooking. So that's what we're going to be doing. Go, country girl. You'll be right. Go have your cigarette. You deserve one.
Hang on a minute.
You better play your games on my birthday, Kelly. Yeah, I'll play. No worries. I'll do on November the 2nd, I will do a hangman. Who are we going to hang, Kelly? You name it, and I'll even name the stream that.
I got you. Hang on, man. You need to answer my other question real quick.
I know the bee lady.
Thank you.
I know it ain't no prophecy. This is where females are better than males on computers. I can see country girl doing so much multitasking here.
I do a lot of stuff. A lot of them.
You must have a good computer. If I did as much as you're doing on my computer, I'd be pouring petrol on it and doing a dance around it by now.
I can do about 4 or 5 different things at once. I'll be right back, guys. It's there if you want it, not if you don't. If you got my meaning. I'll be right back, guys.
David, yippee, more bees. Actually, the bee lady and Minuteman and all the homesteaders here, something I never knew about honey the other day. It is the only, I don't know how to call it a product, but it's the only thing on this planet that never, ever, ever goes off. And going off, I mean like rotting, perishing, or anything like that. See you, June. Good having you here. You were the decision opinion, the deciding opinion. Yeah, I didn't want to upset Country Girl, folks, in regards to the November the 4th stuff. But, oh, man, if I could get yous all over here, you know, just to bring yous into safety and things like that, because I can see it turning to shit, and that's all I'm going to say about it. You know, good folks are going to be just, yeah, put in positions. You know, it's not nice. You know, yeah, I know it's not a prophecy, the bee lady. I really do. You want Vegemite. Kelly PB fam, I tell you what I'm going to do, right? Now, you know I can't go over there and stalk you and hang over your fence with a, you know, pair of binoculars and some gumboots and a raincoat on like a pedophile or anything like that. So if you send me your details through either email or in my chat, the best way I can send Vegemite to you is if I go to McDonald's, they have these little blister packs of Vegemite. They're really, really small, and I'm pretty damn sure I will sneak them in the mail for you so you can get a taste of Vegemite. From the pyramids, and I still just fine after 4,000 years. Yeah, I love honey. Minuteman, how are you? Pleasure to have you on the chat. Good to see you here. You are muted, I think, by the thing.
That was by far the funniest shit I've ever heard.
What's that?
You talking about you going over to the border and just using some binoculars and spying on the.
Oh no, but I mean, no, that's cool. Yeah, no.
It cracked me up. I was waiting for an invite, and it was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, that like I mean, I don't care who it is, right? I religiously dox myself online, and Kelly wants to try Vegemite. So the best way I can say is, if I try to send a jar, it's the customs here are very stringent on what goes out of the country and comes in the country. So at McDonald's, what they do is, because you can buy toast here, plain toast at McDonald's, and they have these little blister things of Vegemite. It's a hard plastic, so you just rip the foil off, put your knife in it.
Wait. Even better than that, you could buy those blisters.
Ah, nah, I'm going to McDonald's to steal it.
Well, yeah, well, you would, and I would, but she could just buy the blisters if she wanted to. I'm the kind of guy that walks into Bojangles and goes, "Oh, look, there's free straws. I need about 30 of these."
Look, I'll tell you something awesome that happened to me, right? One of my subscribers, Simply Beautiful on a Budget, she was out shopping, and she does these dollar shops and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, she's going around with her phone and going like that. And I asked her a question because my father grew up during the World War II period. My grandfather was a partisan on the Belgium side, so they fought the Nazis marched over my country in 3 weeks.
Your family really fought the Germans, not like some families. Yeah. You really fought the Germans. You went in the woods and fought them.
Yeah, that's right. Well, my father, at 5 years old, that's what he was made to do by his father, my grandfather. You know, and the thing is, what came out of that war is my father grew up as a young lad or young boy, and they never had toys like we got, you know, like Matchbox cars and things like that. So they had to make their own toys. And I'll never forget this toy that my dad showed me how to make with, you know, the sewing bobbins, the spools, the wooden spools that the ladies,
Yeah.
And he made it out of that. He used a pencil, a bit of candle, a match, and a rubber band. And this thing is like a little tank, and it moves along. It's self-powered. And
Well, that's awesome.
yeah, and Simply Beautiful on a Budget was in this craft shop. And I said to her, I explained to her the situation. And I said, do you have wooden spools there? And she said, yeah, we do. So, and I didn't ask for them. She actually bought a packet. And when she got home, she went on a live stream. And she's a beautiful soul, this woman, you know. She said, look, I bought these to you. Send me your information, and I'll post them to you. That's that. And she said to me, she goes, that's if you don't mind me knowing your information. I mean, I don't give a shit who knows my information, you know what I mean? I'm on an island on the arse end of the earth, you know. Start rowing. Start rowing.
Man, I look at it like this. I'm an ex-veteran, and if you want to know my property, fine. But you understand that if you come on my property, I have full permission to shoot you when you come across that property if if I haven't invited you.
Yeah. I'll tell you the situation down here, right? My father has, I'll just put hello in the chat so people want to subscribe. My father has over 1,000 acres of land here where what took place upon that land was two things. We farmed sheep and we farmed wheat. Now, in that district of land where my father is, there is brothers that have been there for generations, right? These brothers, I kid you not, if they don't walk to the front door and knock on the door first and say, listen, can I go rabbit hunting on your property? If they jump over the fence, brothers will shoot each other.
That's right. That's right, because that's the way it works.
I think
it's the way it works. I mean, a lot of people go, "Oh my God, this is so scary," but no, if I don't know who the fuck you are, on my land, I'm going to shoot at you. Now I'm maybe shooting at you at like 50 meters, or 300 meters, and I still won't have a clue who you are because I'm just looking at you through a little dot.
Yeah, well, the thing is, what that has done in that area of the town, it's taught one thing: respect. Come to the front door and introduce yourself before you walk on my property. You know, and the people know not to jump a fence here. Trust me, they know. You know, and even though they're live rounds, they'll be salt-filled shotgun pellets, but still, they hurt.
Oh my God! You use the same weapon I use.
That's what happens. You know,
I love an 8-shot shotgun filled with salt rock. Oh man, it's the most glorious thing ever because they don't have to be on my property for me to shoot them.
Well, see, we had a situation about 4 months ago where the power lines out the front of the block, out the front of my place, the one area, the property next door was flooded. So the people servicing the power lines couldn't get to the power lines. So while I wasn't home, these guys just decided to drive up the driveway, open the paddock gate where there was cows in it, drive their car down there so they could get access to this power pole. So as I'm driving in the driveway from picking the girls up from school, I said, you get infuriated a bit because it's a bit rude. So I opened the cattle gate, drove up to their truck, and the guy introduced himself. He goes, look, I went to the front door, I knocked, there was no one there. I said, yeah, but listen, that still doesn't give you permission to come on here. I said, you know there's guns on this property, don't you? You know, and then they looked at each other and they go, oh, he goes, are you threatening me? I said, no, I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you. If you can't get on the property when there's no one...
I'm warning you. No, there's a difference. There's a huge difference. I'm warning you right now.
That's right.
The next time I see you on my property, I'll be threatening you, and I will be ready to shoot you.
Yeah, well,
be ready.
I said... I mean, it's like, imagine Country Girl, right? She's back now. Imagine she's not home. She's gone out shopping and there's something wrong with the power connection to the house or whatever. So the guy decides to break the door down. Oh, sorry, you weren't home. I knocked, so I just let myself in. No, that's bullshit. So I said to the guys, next time you need to get to that power pole, I've got no objections to it. But if I'm not home, leave a letter, make an appointment, and I'll be here for the time you need to be on the property.
Yep, exactly.
You know, it's crazy shit. And then they sort of, you know, they sort of backed down and they said, oh, look, do you mind us being here? I go, well, no, I don't. What choice have I got now? You're here. You may as well look at the stupid frigging power pole, you know. So, you know.
I was like, no. I'd be like, no, I'm going to escort you with armed escort to the edge of my property. When you get a warrant, you can come back on my property. Until then, if you show up again, I'll shoot you in the face.
Yeah. See, where my dad lives, where he's on the wheat farm there, and he's sympathising once again with the bee lady. He's getting on in age, so he, you know, I'll try and run up there as much as I can and say mow. He's got a harvester there, wheat harvester. There's no more wheat planted on the property, so I use the harvester to actually cut the grass with, right? And it's just a quick, it works. It's a quicker process. It works. And the cops from the local district don't have a shooting range as such as up there, so they're all nice guys. The cops here are really, really nice guys.
So they come down there and ask you to use your property for a shooting range, right?
Yeah. And I got no problems with it. And I've had the pleasure of firing their weapons. They've had the pleasure of firing my weapons. And we don't shoot animals as such. We actually target shoot. That's what we do. We have a few beers and have a good day.
I want to bring this up real quick. I, as a veteran, am perfectly okay with police officers going to shooting ranges to learn to shoot.
Yeah.
I would much rather them hit the target they intend to hit than a civilian.
That's a good point.
Yeah. No, that's and like we've got it, and people understand that relationship here. Where, like I said, the brothers will not jump fences. They will go to the front door and be respectful.
Hey, I'm here. I'm coming.
You know, because like you said, I mean, you got to picture 1,000 acres of flat land. You've got even the best pair of binoculars, the best pair of anything cannot tell you who that is.
No.
You know, and
you got a silhouette.
Yeah, and I have a 30-06. I got a 7.62. I got a couple, and like, you know, if you sort of want to take a pot shot, you know what I mean? But you got to be careful too, you know.
Well, that's why they invented warning shots, so somebody can jump up and down and go, "Hey, I'm this guy."
Yeah, because there was a period in time in the 90s, in 91, where my dad would have, say, 1,000 head of sheep on the property. Now, each sheep, we hit a recession in the early 90s. Now, the land was worthless.
But before you continue, each individual sheep was worth a specific amount of money when sold at the end. And each one of those sheep were very vital to his life. Therefore, he defended them within any means necessary. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. And he went to the trouble because, I mean, Dad's dad, you know what I mean? He doesn't like sort of pulling weapons on anyone if he has to. So what he did, he created a buffer on the property around the perimeter where the sheep was, and he had attack dogs in there. So because the sheep were getting rustled. You know, the sheep were actually getting rustled, and I thought, what the hell? You know, it's crazy stuff. But yeah, that's what comes with the price of living on the land. You know, you got to be more weary than living, say, on the city and stuff. You know, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, my family grew pigs. You know that.
I love pigs.
Last three generations, my family grew pigs, and my last generation of family, they had this thing where they would literally dig a moat.
Yeah,
it was the only thing the pigs wouldn't break out of.
Okay, yeah,
because the pigs don't swim.
Well,
they don't want to swim.
I'll tell you, near my dam, I've got a dam here. Last year, I found the grass had all been disturbed, and it was causing quite a mess. And you know how the pigs with their snout, they dig everything up looking for grubs?
Yep.
So I knew these pigs were in this really, really big prickle bush, but I couldn't find them. So I flew the drone up and I saw them where they were hiding, you know.
Yep.
And we ended up getting a couple of dogs in to chase them out of there. But the problem with the wild pigs here is they got a lot of worms. They're not really good for eating. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And they're tough buggers too. You know, they're really, really tough.
They're more. I expect they're much more like warthogs than.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly like warthogs. But I grew up. My mother was a butcher, and my job as my father used to grow pigs back in Europe in the old country, and my father would slaughter them. My mother would butcher them, and I was part of the team mother-son thing, you know, where I would help process the meat, and like we'd be doing, and people don't realise. You know, like when I talk about it, people go, "Ooh, yuck!" My job was to wash intestines.
Man,
you know?
I was just about to say, congratulations! You're one of like 2% of the Earth's population that understands where its foods come from.
Yeah, and like my dad would humanely shoot the pig and hang it for my mum to butcher, and I can guarantee you there would be nothing left out of that animal.
No bones, no hooves, no snout, nothing.
Yep.
Everything that was hung on that hook went in the freezer. Yep.
And even to the part of the head, and I could never comprehend this until I tasted it, and it's quite an expensive product to buy. She would have these.
The big heads? Yeah.
She would have these silver trays and chop the meat up. They'd boil it first, chop the meat up, then put it in gelatin, and once that had gone off, you'd slice it, and it was like, you know, sensational.
It's like cake Jello.
Yeah.
Jello. Barbecue Jello. Oh man. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and
got my belly going now. So great.
But the problem these days, if I was to butcher a pig, I can do it, but I don't butcher pigs anymore. I've got cows now, so if I do a cow, well, even the cows. My wife has a problem. All the meat she buys comes on a foam tray with plastic over the top of it, right?
Yep.
You know, and she can't get used to the taste of the cows, because the cows have not been grain fed; they are grass fed, and it is
even worse. The meat that she buys on those foam trays, they're probably 5 to 6 weeks old.
Well, probably older than that, because I
was trying not to sicken people, but yeah, I know, I understand. It's more like 9 months old.
Yeah, well, to be honest, you're exactly right, because I'll tell you how the meat industry works here. So the cows come in a truck to the abattoir, they get slaughtered at the abattoir, and then they get what they call cryovac. So the meat.
Basically, wait. Let me stop you there. Basically, that's the same thing that happens to U.S. Crabs. If y'all don't understand, if you buy snow crabs and you see all the ice on them, that's from them being cryovac. All right.
Continue. Yeah. And then the meat gets put in these foam boxes and will sit in a freaking warehouse until you get freaking stockbrokers that will say, right, to buy the meat, and then it goes to another place, and then it goes to the butcher.
Yep.
That's a long time in between point of slaughter to point.
A lot of locations.
A lot of locations, and the cleanest abattoirs I've ever had the pleasure of visiting have been the pork ones. You can walk into a pork abattoir and it smells like either bacon, ham, or salami. And these abattoirs, where they hold the meat for such long periods of time, you don't want to drive there in summer near the waste bins. Man, it stinks.
Oh, man, the best beef and pig I've ever had was when somebody said, I'm cutting these slabs. You're not allowed to touch them for 12 hours. Because that's going to be how long it takes for any chance of rabies to go away.
Yeah.
And then we can cook the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Or
what I usually do,
we get 12 hours.
Yeah. See, what I usually do, I set up we got a steel A-frame. So it's like a tripod basically, and that's got a block and tackle where I can hoist the beast up once it's been put down. So
yep.
I've got a freezer, a mobile freezer that comes to the house. It's on hire. I hang it at 0 degrees. Yeah. I hang it at 0 degrees.
Continue, but I got a suggestion to make to you afterwards.
Yeah, I hang it at 0 degrees for 5 days.
Okay.
After the fifth day, that's when we start processing, mincing, schnitzels, the back straps, the roasts, and all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. We do it on the 5th day. But I'll tell you something that I've been offered good money for, and I won't do it. Is okay. I'm going to take this conversation a little bit weird. I have been approached by the Muslim community to come to my property, select a cow, and slaughter it in the name of their moon god, Allah. And if you have ever seen that done, the beast suffers.
Yes, it does.
Suffers. And I told them, you ever step foot on this joint, and I will make sure that you suffer the same pain. You know,
I watched it one time in Iraq, and I don't think I ever want to watch it again, to be honest.
Yep, because
it's nothing like what we do to our food. There's nothing like it.
And I've always said, as bad as it sounds, it's the food chain. You know what I mean? If you treat your cattle humanely and decently, you will have no problem walking up to it and selecting a cow and bang.
Most likely just walk in and just they're just fine. They've eaten, they've had a long life, and they've eaten the whole time. The happy as shit. They're just like, okay, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
And then by the time it's over, they don't even know it's over if it's done.
They don't even know it. Yep, that's right. And like I'm in the construction industry myself, as having a business in machines and construction and all that. And sometimes you go to these job sites now with the way Australia is, and you'll have certain members of the population, they'll actually bring a freaking rooster and try and slaughter it on the job to bring them good luck. I tell them, if you do that shit, I'm packing up and I'm going home. That's what I tell them.
I gotta call craziness here. This is the problem with people nowadays. They think that shit like that is gonna give them good luck, versus just spending that time that they did all that, focusing on what they're doing.
Yeah.
If they just paid a fucking attention to what the hell they're doing, there wouldn't be a problem. They wouldn't need luck.
No, that's right. Well, see, even like I'm a grandfather now. My grandson's 2.5 months old. And I said to my daughter, I said, listen, and I know I'm probably interfering. I shouldn't as a father. But I said to my daughter, when you find a school for Julian, make sure there's no social justice warriors in there.
Amen. No, you're not interfering. You are doing your job.
Yeah, and I want to teach her if it's a maths teacher, I want nothing more than numbers and equations.
That's
if it's
correct.
an English teacher, I want writing and grammar. And if it's a science teacher, make something scientific. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, their opinions mean nothing. Shut the fuck up while you're teaching our kids. No one cares what you think. Teach them the curriculum.
Yeah, that's right. You know, and that's the problem these days. And you know what? My country girl tonight on her first stream, she was crying, and that's part of the reason that this shit happens. You know, humans, like, we're interacting, right? You're in America and I'm here in Australia, and we're having a conversation as normal human beings. Like, why can't people just do that these days? You know.
You know. Then, wait. I gotta bring this up. Go ahead, country girl. I gotta bring this up afterwards.
Minuteman knows me well enough to know when you get me so mad to the point that I'm crying, I'm beyond mad. I
believe it.
I don't cry for very many things, but when you get me to the point that I am so mad that tears are coming out of my face and I'm cussing up a blue streak, y'all don't know me. I'm telling you. These people don't know me.
Yeah, but someone has upset you, right? So every person has a point where they get upset. But that person that upset you, what did they achieve out of it? Are they at home now, sleeping better, happy about what they did? That's stupid.
No, I hate to break this to you, bud, but there's a lot of people that are like in their 20s to 30s nowadays.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes them happy is making others unhappy.
I don't get that. I don't understand.
Well, you spoke about it a couple hours ago, Antifa.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all just trying to destroy the group and try to stop people from talking to each other. Like for example, I keep trying to get this across to people that are in like the scientific community, but if I can talk to you right now, you're in Australia, right? I'm in the US.
Yeah.
I can talk to you like we're friends hanging out in the same room, right?
Yeah.
So why the hell can't we work together?
No, hang on. You can actually do more than that to me, because
that's right.
You can actually tell me that you're gay. That won't affect me. You can tell me that you've been to prison. It won't affect me.
That's right.
You can tell me.
That's right. Because who cares? Who cares?
Who cares? That's right. We've got current and present interaction that we should enjoy. You know, who cares?
So here's the issue I need to bring up. So we got all these problems between all these countries. Right? All these major problems, supposedly, if you watch the major news industries in all the other countries.
Yep.
But the people, they don't have that problem.
Yep.
So maybe the problem is actually how the government's dealing with shit.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, I'm not saying that government's wrong.
It's going to make sense like that. I mean, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I'm not trying to say that government's wrong or nothing, but I'm just trying to say that this yada yada bullshit that they yakety yak acting like fucking high school children.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here going, NASA. Okay, NASA has what 20 different countries.
Yeah.
Launching satellites right now.
Yeah.
We had 10 launches this month.
Yeah.
Multiple countries. Did you see any bickering or bullshit?
No.
Maybe our governments could learn from that.
Yeah, that's right.
Really, who gives a shit? If he needs help, let's help him. If he needs help, let's help him. If I need help, they'll help us. You know, really?
I know everyone's wasting energy on the wrong thing. Like yesterday, I was having a conversation. Now, I've raised 4 daughters, right? So I have 4 girls. Now, my wife was under a lot of stress with the triplets because I would be at work and she would actually look to me for consolation, help, and anything else I could offer. Yep. I was fucked when I got home from work, but I saw it in her eyes. So
she just needed support.
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
Yeah, that you were there.
Yeah, but the way things are these days, right? I used to get home covered in shit. I mean, in dirt and mud and crap you wouldn't believe. So I got these little girls. They're about 2 years old, and I'd say to them, "Right, who wants to jump with Dad in the shower?" And mind you, I had my underwear on. Okay, so and because they'd all jump at the chance. But these days, the way they educate the kids. I'm a pedophile for that.
Yeah, just Jesus. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all I'm doing is being a father to my own kids.
I know. And that's the fucking problem is we all these fucking social justice warriors, dude, like you just said.
Yeah. And see, all my daughters were raised. One of them has done an apprenticeship in building and construction. She can actually build a house, right?
Good shit.
The other 3 daughters can swing a 22-ounce S-wing hammer and knock 4-inch nails better than some of the carpenters out there. You know, and that's how but I look at it now. There's a teacher that I know that lives up the road. She won't even put sunscreen on the kids these days because she's afraid that the kid's going to say, "The teacher touched me." And then the parents jump in. So you know what the teachers have said? The teachers have said, if you can't put sunscreen on yourself, you're not playing outside.
See, that's why people like me beat the fuck out of those people like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
I'm perfectly happy to take a night in jail to beat the fuck out of a damn social justice warrior.
See, and like I'm getting ripped off. I understand everybody has needs and concerns. It was not until this Father's Day that I noticed it. Father's Day, even my dad and my wife's dad, I ring them up, "Hey, happy Father's Day. We're going to have a drink or what?" But no, now in the shops here in Australia, you can't have anything that says Father's Day. It's Happy Special Persons Day.
What? Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
You cannot. In Australia now, it is politically wrong to have Merry Christmas cards on counters. So you have Merry Holiday cards.
Are you starting to see what happens when you give up your weapons?
Yep. You know, it's crazy.
When there's no threat of retaliation, the social justice warriors go wild.
Yeah,
that's why in the United States we're fighting for our weapons because they're trying to go, "Oh, well, you can't have weapons," and we're sitting there going, "Yeah, and if we didn't have weapons, you motherfucker would rule the planet."
Yep. Well, see, like even these days, just talking on social issues. Whether and there's some things I can't understand, and anyone in the chat, you have to forgive me for not being able to understand it. For example, ADD and ADHD and those sort of things. Yes, okay, I will go with the flow and say it's an illness, but
I won't.
I'll tell you why I sort of won't. For the simple reason that I had 4 daughters. I taught myself to knit and crochet so I could teach them to knit and crochet. I actually taught 4 girls how to knit jumpers and crochet blankets. And there was a doctor in the chat, and you know what that doctor said? Well, that's why your kids are normal, because you had a hands-on approach to your children and raising them.
That's right. I just want to state I have ADHD, supposedly.
Yep.
I was a complete failure in school. Complete failure. Yep. I refused to do my work. I would pass all my tests with like 90 to 100% percentile. But I was useless in school because they would just try to teach me the same bullshit over and over again. When I got out of my school and I ended up getting on the internet and realizing, oh my God, there's endless knowledge out here.
Yep.
I've learned to build steam engines. I've learned to build greenhouses. I've learned to farm. None of these things that I would have been taught in school.
That's right. And that's because they've dumbed down the schooling system to where the mind wants to learn more, but there's not enough intake. So you are actually held back. But the problem is, I'll tell you what we had here in Australia, and it was so funny. So excuse me in the chat if this goes against some of your beliefs. At the school, when my daughter was in primary school, my eldest daughter, they taught the kids that if your parents smack your ass, you ring the kids' helpline. So one Saturday night, I've got a friend over, and his son was over as well, and his son was in the same class as my daughter. Now watch this minute, man. Right? Watch this. I'll do exactly how it happened. His son Anthony walks. His son Anthony walks up to his dad and goes, "Dad, do you know if you hit me, I can ring the kids' helpline?" And my mate Joe said, "Yeah." He goes, "Come here for a minute." Bang! He goes, "There's the phone." He goes, "There's the phone. Ring them now."
Call the motherfuckers. Call them. Call them now.
Yeah, and the kid never threatened his old man again.
That sounds exactly like what Minuteman would do. Exactly.
I have whooped multiple kids' asses.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Yeah. I have whooped multiple kids' asses with the mother's agreement. Whoop multiple kids' asses. Oh no! Get your ass in the corner. You come out of the corner, I'm going to whoop your ass.
And I find it funny. Like yesterday, I went to the shop. I don't go to shopping centres. When I do, it's very rare. Right, so I thought I'll take the GoPro and film. Yeah, I'll film around the shops and show people all over the world one of our shopping centres here, just to show that we're not that retarded. And what amazed me, I sat down with a friend of mine, and we had a plate of Chinese food, and we're talking, physically talking, but we're looking around, and I said, "Tony, look at all these people. They're boyfriends and girlfriends and husband and wives, and they're all sitting on mobile phones." You know,
and not talking to each other. Yeah, there's a problem there.
there's no human interaction left, and I'm going, what the hell? You know?
Welcome
crazy.
To the justice world.
Yeah. And the amount of mothers.
Too, and he walked over to the phone and picked it up and dialed it for him and told him when they send the cops, they better send an ambulance too.
That's right. I'm going to kill your ass before you get here.
I'm going to jail. Fixing to hit you, so you better tell them bring an ambulance too. And I can do a lot of damage.
A friend of mine, he doesn't care what he has to sacrifice in, what would you say, materialistic items. His son was sitting in the lounge room, and Paul was sitting in the kitchen. "Hey, John, dinner's ready. Hang on. John, dinner's ready. Hang on."
Bullshit.
He went to the shed, grabbed a sledgehammer, and put it through the flat screen TV. He goes, "Good. No more hanging on, is there?" "We got no more TV." He goes, "Well, next time you'll learn that when dinner's served, you're at the table.
You'll get your ass here." Yeah. Well, I don't need to call you twice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You know, and like
the only point that I call you twice for dinner is when you hit 18 and start providing some income.
Yeah.
And that's when I might go, okay, well, fine. Dinner's on the stove. Get it when you want it.
Yeah.
But that's because you've already paid me for rent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, I was taught my first job, I had many jobs for the simple reason that I had chores on the farm, but I never got paid for that, so I had a newspaper round. My newspaper round back in 1981 paid $3.20.
Yep.
I was made to give $1 to my mum and dad. You know,
but even with that, that was still kick-ass pay for that day.
Yeah, and the thing was, not for the money, because they gave me the money back at the end of the year.
That's
for the sole reason of teaching me that once you start earning money, you save, and not only that, but you have to pay for some of your own way in life.
Yep.
You know, and there's too many freeloaders these days.
Yeah, there really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother does that with my nieces. Everything they get, they have $1 goes into the church fund for them because the girls like to donate to their church, their Sunday school. So $1 goes to the church, $1 goes into the family fund, and the other one goes into their pocket. They can spend it however they want.
Yeah.
Hey, so we changed your beam thing because at this point, bullying is not wrong. It's just.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was still there. Honey.
Yeah. No worries.
Go ahead.
I just figured out to help you.
What should I put?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hi, motherfucker.
I got a cool story to tell you too. I haven't talked to you since it happened. I can tell you a really cool story.
I mean, I know that Sam apparently does not want me dropping F-bombs.
Well,
but
okay.
No. Before you say that, but the thing is, I went to the military and I went and fought.
Okay, here's
and I don't really care what other people want me to say.
Listen.
I'm listening.
It's the general rule that nobody types the F-bomb in my room. I don't know why I don't like the word. I don't like it, but everybody also knows that there are two people that have carte blanche in my room, anything and everything they want, and that's you and Grizz.
Yeah.
One because it's a kick out of it, and one because he just doesn't give a shit. It doesn't matter what I say anyway, so I might as well go along with it.
Yeah, and nothing personal. I'm just.
You're both my friends. You're both like really close to my heart. You know, you're both of you are really close to my heart.
Yeah, the one thing I must say, Minuteman, is I'm really, really proud of the fact that you have that flag behind your head.
I do.
For the simple reason.
Good.
It is so historical, that flag, that should never, ever be wiped from anything.
Amen.
And they'll never hit the ground either.
Yep. That to me. I mean, you know,
a lot of people try to set it as a racist thing or like a slavery thing, but no, this is the flag that people of all areas. I mean, like all nations. Like there were French, there were Spanish, there were all nations going. Wait a damn minute.
Yeah.
F you. We're going to take this battle flag and we're going to fight you.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was a battle flag.
And we don't care what you think. It's a battle flag. That's all it is.
Yep.
It's what we carried in a battle. It's the exact same thing as the Stars and Stripes. Carrying it in.
How many stars are on that flag? Is it what? Oh my gosh. Let's talk history.
Yeah, sorry.
It's what it was about. It's what it's still about.
See, you know, when things turned to chaos in Europe, I grew up hearing stories and all that, and I can actually say it because the first time that I was raised here in Australia for the first 5 years of my life, came here when I was 2. So when I went back to Europe, I was 7, and when I met my grandfather for the very first time. He gave me a glass of wine at 7 years of age, of homemade wine, and he sat me down and he pulled out a German Luger pistol.
That's right. Let me show you how this works.
Well, no, he actually took that from a SS officer that he shot personally, and he said to me. He explained to me at a young age, sometimes you got to do some serious shit to defend your family. This is what I had to do. And I hope it never goes like that for you, you know. And, it was, you know, an eye-opener. And I look at these people today, you know, that are trying to, like these social justice warriors that are trying to reinvent the world. They're crazy.
They are. They've lost their mind. They've lost their mind as much as fucking Al-Qaeda has gone out and destroyed monuments in Persia.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, I
mean,
remember that.
I don't just mean like maybe like cut them up some. They went and shot them until they're dust.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the first thing Al Qaeda did, if I remember rightly, they had Buddhist statues there, which were carved in stone that were thousands of years old, and they blew the living crap out of them.
Yep, they did.
So what the hell was this bullshit about them being there first when these Buddhist statues were there way before them?
Yeah. Yep. Well, we all know Persia was not Persia before Persia. It's real simple. Before Persia happened, there was a lot of time before that.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of time before that no Persians existed. Which means that there was history put in the ground. But that's fine. Let's just let all the jackasses in the Middle East destroy it.
Yeah, that's right. But like, I looked at even say someone like Hillary Clinton released her book, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
She still, after all that bullshit, cannot stand on her soapbox.
That's right, I know.
And accept her responsibility in the whole thing going shit.
Yes. Oh, do you realize you're the first Australian I've ever heard say that?
Mate, if I fuck up that bad in life, I'm going to say, sorry, I fucked up. That's what I'm going to say.
Exactly. Right. Fuck, damn, I fucked up. Sorry, please. Can I go to jail to get over this? Just get out of this shit. I want to get away from this somehow.
Yeah. And I've been watching that show you guys... have in America there with those feminists, The View. And,
I'm so sorry, dude.
No, she went on that.
So dumb.
She went on that panel. Hillary Clinton went on that panel, and just because one of those girls stood up to Hillary Clinton, they fired her. What the hell?
They fired her.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem with not half. Really, it's like 80% of the media in the United States. All of it is, I can't say it's government run, but it's shadow government run.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So right now we have GOP government, but it's still run by the Democrats and the libtards.
Yeah.
And I call them libtards for a reason, because regular classical liberals, no, I'm not talking about them. Regular classical liberals don't go out and burn their fucking towns down. No,
that's right. But see, you have these bunch of women that are feminists, and I've got nothing against. I've got nothing against women, nothing at all. I love women as they are, right?
No, but I'll shoot feminists.
Yeah, but these women, what I've noticed on their show, and they do it publicly, and they have millions of viewers. Mm-hmm. If you don't see the same view as theirs,
hey, bud,
you're out.
Let me stop you there. They don't have millions of viewers. They have in like less than tens of thousands of viewers.
Oh, really?
See, this is the problem. In the United States, the mainstream is dying.
Yeah.
It's dying. It is dying hardcore. Like The View 4 years ago might have had 1 million viewers. Now it has 1,000.
Yeah.
And all these if you look at all the Saturday Night Live and crap like that, all the late night TV shows.
Yeah.
Most YouTubers are like, Country Girl has more viewers than Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just shy of 500, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Country Girl has more viewers than Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. And it's
It's just extended. It's the issue is that it's extended propaganda.
Yeah,
but not from the government.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. The thing though is, you know, I just see a lot of things, and we have it here too. Believe it or not, here in Australia, we've had Antifa demonstrators arrested and all that sort of stuff.
Dude, you just told me that your kid's teacher wouldn't put old subblock because they were worried about touching the kid.
Yeah,
I
that's
get
right.
it. You were actually way worse.
Yeah.
Like way your country is going, it's way worse. I'm actually concerned now because I thought that Australia was way better than that, to be honest.
Nah. We're not that good. But the thing is, right, you know, all these people and all these movements that are rising at the moment, and I find them funny.
They're all bullshit.
That flag you got sitting behind your head, if a group of people want to call that a racist flag, do they not realise that white man was enslaved in way bigger numbers historically?
That's right.
That's right. Anyone else?
You know, that's why the Crusades happened, actually.
That's right. Yeah.
Because we got sick of Muslims coming across the bottom part of Europe and enslaving people on the coast.
Yep. And see, look, David in the desert in the chat. What a brilliant comment. I'm half Apache. I won't apologise for that either, nor do I demand apologies for slaughtering my great-grandparents at Camp Grant. There's nothing you can do about it. It happened. Yeah. It's sad it happened, but as a humanitarian race, we moved on. Wait.
David in the desert. Did the people that we supposedly slaughtered? Because remember, slaughter, you slaughtered things, right? Right, Vince? You slaughtered animals?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you really think that white men inside of a fortress or going out to deal with whatever violence that's coming at them is really slaughtering them?
No, it's.
I'm just saying. I've never seen an Indian picked up on a hoist and bled from the bottom down, and then
human consumption.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up, David. Seriously, you're wasting your time here. Seriously, shut the fuck up.
And see, Fat Boy in the chat's put another great comment in there. Black man owned black slaves. Yes, they did.
Right. That's right. That's how we got them.
But see, Australia here, the people that dug our first gold mines were all Chinese, the Irish, the English.
Right.
That's what they were.
The first people that dug our gold mines were Chinese.
That's right.
Okay. So how about we stop with this bullshit? This racial naming and this crap across. Like, really, how about we all grow the fuck up?
That's what it means. Just growing up.
The fuck up and just deal with what we have right now.
And having the ability.
Back then doesn't matter.
Yeah, and having the ability to say to someone, you know what? That makes sense. You're actually right. Fuck it. Let's go grab a beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, because
no.
What you just said is the most important thing that anybody can learn about this. Fuck it. You're right. Let's have a beer.
Yeah. That's right. And it's not because you as a person are right. It's not because you... Yeah, but hang on. Let me finish. It's not because you as a person are right. It's just that you are stating historical fact.
Yeah. But no, the issue is, fuck it, let's have a beer. The key is, okay, cool, you're right, I'm wrong, or I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah, own your shit.
Let's go have a beer.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's all history anyway. Right now, we need to work on right now.
Yeah,
not
right now.
Not yesterday.
Yep.
we need to figure out how to fix now. Because right now we're continuing down this fucking tunnel of fuck upness.
Yeah. No, that's right. And you know what? All this is what we're talking about has now transgressed to situations like when I turned on the computer this morning and I was seeing Country Girl crying, which I don't like, but the loss of humanity amongst humans to sit down there and hey, there's a human being. That human being has feelings. That human being has wants, needs, and everything else. How about I show a little empathy to other people and treat a human as I would like to be treated myself? But no, we can't do that. We have to go.
No, we can't. No. There's some of us that can do that. The others post dumb fucking pictures in newspapers of tons of bodies on top of, with it saying Las Vegas. Here. No. How does that go? What happens here in Las Vegas stays here in Las Vegas. That was what a liberal posted on a newspaper with a huge pile of bodies as a cartoon.
Yeah.
How fucking disconnected from humanity can you be? Yeah,
that's real disconnected. You know, it's crazy. But you know what? This is what parents don't understand as now, and we're lucky. You know, Country Girl's lucky. She's had her children. I'm lucky. I've had my children. But imagine children's having the next generation of kids getting brought up under this. They're fucked. You know,
they will have zero freedoms. They're all fucked. Zero freedoms.
Yeah.
And understand there'll be a worldwide economy and a worldwide law-based thing. So, which means it will either be Sharia law or law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which brings me back to.
No, here it won't. That won't ever happen because, see,
we'll just continue causing civil war until that doesn't happen. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Continue.
See, here we, as Australians, we have a happy-go-lucky existence. Now, for example, the government makes a decision. We know there's no. This is what I try to get at all the time. We know that we have no say in the decision they make, so we just bend over, spread our ass cheeks, and take it up the ass, and then we go on about it at our daily lives. But we show it at the next election, and that's when you get them out of power. But apart from that, here in Australia, if you were to vote Liberal, and I don't mean that as disrespect, and I'm to vote Labor, which is left and right, we would still be at the bar having a drink talking about the freaking scores on the football. Right.
We ain't beating the fuck out of each other. We're just saying hi.
Yeah, that's right.
Like this bullshit of, oh my God, I'm different than you, so we must kill each other, is what's literally causing Antifa.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
it's
like
literally causing it.
Yeah, my daughters have a couple of African friends, and they're black, and they come here in the house, and they call me, you know, I don't want to ever be called Mr. and nothing like that. They just come here and call me Vince. And you know what I said? One of the girls' names here is Kylie, and I said, Kylie, when you get home, can you ask your mum to write down some African recipes that she knows, because I want to learn how to cook like she did in her country. But a lot of people these days would see that as racist.
Oh
in some
man,
way.
that's so racist. No,
yeah.
And
you know what the girl's mother did? She did one better. She actually came over here the next time and she showed me what to do. You know, and
that's amazing. That's some good shit. That means,
you know,
that girl gets.
I don't know. Yeah. you know, it's just crazy shit. I have Indian friends. I have Chinese. This is what I got a lot of, not Chinese. I got a few Vietnamese friends, right? And one of them, we're having a drink of beer one day, you know, on a Friday night. And I said to him, I said, say, your name Ben? He goes, it's not, but that's what I decided to call myself because a lot of people wouldn't know how to say my name properly. I said, so that's not what you were called when you came off the boat then? He goes, nah, that's not what I was called when I came. But he saw the humor in that.
Yeah. See, this is the problem. Like with you, just like you. I didn't go to these countries, but I played back when I was like 5 years old. I played a game back in like the 80s that was everywhere. Everyone, everywhere. You know? And then nowadays I use TeamSpeak and I can talk to if I feel like talking to Russians, I can talk to Russians. If I feel like talking to Portuguese, I can talk to them. If I feel like talking to Ukrainians, I can talk to them. You know, all of them can intermix on the channel, and then we all talk together, and then we suddenly realize that all these problems that we have, none of us have those problems between us.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. There shouldn't be any problems whatsoever.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. I mean,
none.
Just frustrations to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go now, Minute Man, because all the girls are home, and you're just gonna hear a lot of noise in the background.
You're fine, dude. It's not that much.
No, it's trust me, it's gonna get loud.
No, I'm listening to it. So,
but
it's not that much noise. Just you're right.
Yeah,
you're fine.
No, it's crazy the way it is these days. I just don't get it. So, yeah, I really feel sorry for the next generation.
Me too, because if it's not this generation that we have massive worldwide civil wars, it'll be the next generation. Because right now we're literally fucking everybody doing what we're doing worldwide. If you take all the policies worldwide, we're fucking everyone.
Did you watch anything on the elections in Spain last weekend?
I did. And it took everything I could do not to go there and be with them.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Because sometimes you need that asshole that can just go do those things.
Yeah. Even to restrict airspace, so the government has control over the airspace.
Well, restriction airspace is easy. You just take out the radar there.
Yeah, but they were trying to prevent drones from flying over to take footage to show the rest of the world what the
the issue with that is there's cameras. I know a lot of these countries don't really understand the human element of it, and they don't understand that most humans are about 15 to 20 years ahead in technology than our government. I mean, come on. Yeah. Our government just went, oh, my God, did you know that there's bump stocks? Yeah. And we're like, well, yeah, they've been bump stocks for the last 20 years. The fuck are you talking about? Well, wait. They're big issue now that they attacked Las Vegas with bump stocks. 20 years they've been in active service.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of propaganda too these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
You know, you read about the past wars we've had worldwide, and propaganda was a big weapon in those days.
That's right. It's what causes countries to go to war.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
I was
stupid.
watching. Yeah, I was watching. You guys have got a faction over there protecting the border from Mexico called the Watchmen, and they were saying one of their biggest no-nos is you do not point any muzzle south over the border because
That's right.
it could cause a international incident.
Yes,
Such,
it's a military training. You don't point your muzzles towards the border you're attacking, or you're fighting with, because if you lift that muzzle and then they attack, then they can go, oh, I had a muzzle lifted towards me and I attacked.
Yeah. Kelly PB Fam just put a comment there. Poland is smart to keep their borders closed. Yes, they are. I fully agree.
They are very smart.
People don't understand what a border is. A border is your property, your border.
And honestly, at the way Poland was treated in World War II, oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to cross their border, I will happily give you prayers to send you to heaven or hell, whichever one.
Yep.
Because you will be going to heaven or hell. You won't be going in there to kill people. You will be going in there to die. Because they have figured it out now.
Yeah.
And now you got to understand, ever since World War II, they have stockpiled. They have more tanks than North Korea. They always say that North Korea is the second most powerful army to the U.S., but no, that's not really true. It's really Poland and Switzerland.
Yeah.
Those two have gone overboard in army weapons. On top of just training every single, like for example, in Sweden, when you hit 16, you're given a weapon. Yeah. And then you're sent to military training for a year. Doesn't matter if you're a male, female, doesn't matter. You're 18, you're going to war. Why don't you go find out what war is, and then you come back, and then we'll be civilians again. But the key thing is they keep their weapons.
Yeah.
So actually, now
it's
well, actually now, Switzerland is more like the United States than the United States is now, compared to, like, you remember when what the fuck was his name? The Japanese general had a battleship named out Yamato.
Yeah.
When he said, we should not attack the United States because there'll be a gun hidden under a blade of grass. Now, Switzerland and Poland are like that.
Yeah.
No one else is.
Yeah.
And now we have problems because the people that keep weapons in those countries, they're going, well, if you attack us, we'll fight you, but it might only be 40% of our people that have guns.
Yeah. Still enough.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. But see, the thing, see, in my country where I was born, it's you turn 18, you are conscripted. 18 years old,
exactly.
You are conscripted. So you get full military training. You get to paratrooper level. So you jumping out of planes, parachuting with all your weapons and all that shit.
Yep. Everything that the country needs to use you for.
Yep. You will end up religiously doing artillery and tank drills. So you will be, you know, because you look at Europe.
Sorry, I'm artillery, so it made me giggle. So never mind.
Yeah, but you will be taught tanks and guns because tanks will cross any border in Europe, basically. So
that's right. And the worst thing about tanks is when a target hits a tank, the people are dead. Tank's still good. Go get in it.
Yeah. And that's a religious thing in my country. There's a lot of things in place in that old country where you are forced to retire at the age of 50 to make way for the new generation of youth, to give them jobs and to give them any training they need to defend the grounds.
You know, I'm starting to think that the United States need to take up your fucking training regiment.
Yeah. It's and quite a few old school European countries are like that, you know. You get conscripted. Italy is like that. You have to do your military training and all that sort of stuff, you know.
If it makes you feel any better, most of us militias are trained to that point.
Yeah.
The problem is our army isn't. Our army is... Okay. So, okay. I got to bring this up, and it's going to hurt a whole bunch of veterans' feelings. So if you're a veteran and you think your feelings are going to get hurt, get the fuck out now. Or I'm not even watching chat. It doesn't matter. When I was in the military in 98, they told me point blank that our oath was about to transfer to the president, not to the people. Now, if you don't understand that, our oath is to defend the country, right?
Yeah.
And our oath is to defend the people and the Constitution of the United States, not the president. It's not our job as Army guys to defend the president. But they made it to where your oath now takes up to defend the president. But the problem is, most of us did not oath to defend the president.
No, you did for the United States.
No, yeah. We fought for the people.
Yeah.
The people were really the only fucking concern. Like, defending the Constitution is nothing we can control, right?
No.
So it's just the people.
Yep.
So now I stand here, a veteran of 15 years or so, and I have to have body armor and multiple weapons to make sure that I can walk up and down my street and keep my people, my direct people, not just the country's people, but my direct people's houses from burning down. Because asshats that don't give a fuck about our country or the Constitution just want to burn them down.
Yeah.
That's what I fight against.
Yeah. That's right. You got to protect the people, not the leaders.
And I'm not being nice about it. Last time I called the cops, I was like, you know what? Just bring the meat wagon. There's going to be 6 of them.
Yeah. What they do?
They came on my property. They said, okay, well, where do they die? And I said, on my property line. They went, oh, right there. I went, oh, yeah, right there. And they went, oh, okay. Drag them off.
Yep.
Of course, my county's cops know me.
Yeah.
They know that I won't pull triggers on anybody that doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. No, that's the way it should be. Anyway, I'm going to have to hoot. Things to do.
All right, bud.
It's been good talking to you, man.
It's been really nice to meet you, dude. I wanted to know who you were, and I thought I knew, but I didn't know, but now I do.
Yeah, I love that. I love that flag that you got there.
Yeah, well, normally it's full banner, but I don't have the connection, the extra extender from the USB to get it up there right now. So,
yeah. And CG, it's been good having being able to come on the stream.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
That's all right. Chin up.
No, I'm good. Like I said, I mean, anybody that really knows me, Minuteman knows me probably better than most of the people in here. Here's where it threw me. Here's where I was pissed off because an innocent woman's being attacked. So I'm fine. It don't bother me. They can say what they want to me. They can bring it. Either way, one of us dies and my problem ends. I don't give a crap which one it is.
Ain't better than that.
Yep.
One of us dies, and if I die, I don't care anymore.
Right. One of us is going to die and my problem ends. So, but Vinny, have a good night, babe. Thanks for stopping.
Have a good one, brother. Yeah, I think he's already gone.
Hey, I got something totally off topic to tell you about, but it's really cool. I think you'll think it's cool anyway.
Okay. Shoot me.
Danny, over at Chasing Bones Inspectors, he had a contest. You remember the contest he did with the VR response to the paranormal experience? I won it. I won it. So I got a patch. I'm officially a member of the team. I get my own T-shirt and a hoodie. And when they're coming to Texas next summer, they're actually coming to the U.S. for about six weeks, I think. They're going to be going through Texas.
Well,
there's a prison just south of here. I'm going on.
Yeah, I know that prison.
Yeah, I'm going on an investigation with them.
Good stuff.
And Danny says, though, we were laughing because Danny said, so here's what we're going to do. All the YouTubians out there, he's going to put a video out, and they all get to vote. I'm either going to be left in a cell, in the morgue, or in the death chamber. And YouTube gets to decide where I get left by myself.
Honestly, I would say the morgue.
Well, that's what I said, because there's got to be a lot more stuff there, right? I would think.
No.
Technically, if you go to death row.
No, technically the death chamber would have more, but anyway.
Well, you'll get
it's not something we should stipulate on. It's not.
We were laughing, and then I started messing with him because Kelly was on there. Somebody called Kelly his wife, and I started laughing so hard. He says, "It's not my wife, it's my daughter." So we clicked over on Drunken One, and he was doing a screen share. Well, he had his picture locked on Kelly, and when he does a screen share, you can see it, right? I said, "I don't know what the hell you're showing us that for, because you ain't watching none unless you're watching Kelly." So he starts talking, and Danny goes over and he gets out of his chair, goes into Kelly's room, and sits next to her, and he says, I'm Dad, right here.
That's Danny. That's my brother for you.
So I looked at Danny. I said, "Oh, does that mean I get to call you Dad too?" And he said, "We'll make it an hour and a half. Every time you call me Dad, we're adding 30 minutes." So I was jacking with him most of the night. I was like, "Oh, Danny." I said, Danny. That's what I said. I said, Danny.
I said, Danny, not Danny. Come on, man.
Yeah. I think I'm up to 2.5 hours.
So,
but it was really cool to win it. It was cool to win it, to get to go on an investigation. It's going to be awesome.
That's cool. Win it and all that. I didn't actually apply. I just, if he ever goes towards the North Carolina coast in Albemarle, he has to take me.
Well, here's the deal. What he said to everybody was, they will be here and they're still looking for places to go. PM them a message of somewhere you'd like for them to go. And if they select your place, you get to go with them.
Okay.
So PM a message of somewhere on the coast you'd like them to go.
I just know that being in Albemarle was scary.
And if I win the lottery between now and then, I get to take my whole trip with them and go everywhere they go, because I'm officially a member of the team now.
Good stuff.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Kelly, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, I'm going to call it a night because I can't even see the chat. I don't even know the
yeah, it's like midnight here, and y'all know that I have to get up at 5 o'clock, right? But this is nothing new either, huh?
Go to bed.
Yeah, right.
Love you.
Love you, man. Be good.
Why?
And thanks for being with us. Thanks for helping while I was going smoking and stuff. I appreciate it.
Yeah, fine. Why would I be good though?
Okay, well, just be good at it then. Okay.
Well, that's no, I'll be my approximation of good. Okay.
Okay. Sometimes that's all I can ask for, honey.
All right. Good night.
Good night, babe. Love you. That was cool. Thanks, Minute Man. Haven't seen you in a while. That was cool. So, guys, it is 5 minutes to 12, and I really have to get up at 5 in the morning, so I need to go to bed. I love you guys. It's been an awesome evening. Thanks for being here. Those of you who were here earlier and heard my rant and my, I don't know if some would call it a breakdown, but I call it just a pissed off rant, but whatever it was. Yeah, right? It was. But thanks, y'all. Thanks for being here. Good night, everybody. Fat boy, I love you. Thank you for the dolphins and flowers, baby. They're awesome. They're awesome. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Drunken one. Mwah. Kelly, Rick. Good night, guys. I love y'all. Connie. You guys have a good one. David B. David in the desert. Who am I missing? Am I missing anybody? I don't want to miss nobody. So if I'm missing you, say something so I can say good night to you. But I love you. And I got to get some sleep, you guys. I was up late last night, too, so I got to get some sleep. I love y'all. Good night, Susan, honey. And I'm going to text you in the morning so you can tell me, or you can tell me tonight. I'll be up for a few more minutes if you want to text or whatever. I want to know how it went with your doctor today, and I'm so sorry I did not ask earlier, baby. I was so freaking mad at the world I didn't think straight. I'm so sorry, honey. Kelly, I love you too, baby. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. And like I said, Susan, I'm up. So if you want to Facebook or text or whatever, I'm here. I'll be up for another few minutes. I got a few things to do. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.